Caro. Welcome to Soul Medicine Sanctuary. This is Olori Lalade Skintili Monies, your monk, in-house monk, your sanctuary keeper. um, who was a sanctuary for? Spirit was just talking to me about the self. Who is the self? And, because we're aiming for intimacy with the self, the sort of intimacy with the self that can magnetize those who would be intimate with us emotionally, spiritually, right? And so, in order for us to experience intimacy with the self, we have to understand who is the self, right? And so, this sanctuary is for those who recognize the divine within themselves, right? Like if you are a true subscriber to the texts of any of the books, heart led, right? If you are seeking the divine from your heart, from your soul, from your body, from your listening, from your intention, from your subconscious, from your gut, your intuition, if you are pursuing the divine from your heart, using everything that you have, then you know that there is a light within you. There's an energy, there's an electricity within you. You are aware of that reality. And that light and electricity is just like the little I can say, in Yoruba we say imole, imole, imole aye, you know. We have to look at the breakdown of these words because Yoruba is so deep and so poetic, but there's an energy, there's a presence, right? Something in my lashes. But yes, something is different visually. Let's talk about it. Like, let's talk about it. I've been dealing with, autoimmune hair loss for a very long time. And this is the first time in a long time that I'm like, I'm ready. I'm red. My hairline was here, right? And hi, friends. And some spirit came in and snatched it. But that experience is what really set me on my healing journey, right? I was like, where's my hair? What's going on? I started asking all these questions and asking, thank you so much, darling. Asking all these questions, asking from the medical perspective, asking from the holistic perspective, asking from the spiritual perspective, what is going on? And why is my body so heavy? Why am I so tired? Why do I have such a hard time taking a run to where I feel like I'm gonna die afterwards for like a week? I can't move, right? What is going on? Shout out to India. Oh my God, you guys are just the sweetest. You're gonna make me cry. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Welcome. I'm gonna shout out your names in a few seconds, in a few minutes. But okay, so the self, the light within, right? The identity of the light, the divinity, the source, the energy, the 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 passion, the love, the glue. I Edumare. There's like so many words for the divine in Yoruba language. One of the things that I'm looking into is how to make sense of all the different terminologies for the divine and why we name the divine so many different things. Who are the archetypes, the characteristics? What are the characteristics of these divine terms that we leverage and prioritize? So yes, the divine, the light, the infinity, the oneness, the communal energy, home, the source. I mean, for me, Jesus gives that. Oh, y'all so sweet. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, when I read the Bible, that is what I get from the identity of Jesus and his behavior. And when I hear about Buddha, Muhammad, even Abraham, I hear people who were trying to be their best, right? They were seeking, they were asking, they went to the hills. the thing is, you can't even help yourself. Like, you can't even stop asking questions. You're just wired that way. And there's a reason why you were created at this time to ask those types of questions, right? And so you go and you're just like, swimming in the murk of like people who are, maybe NPCs or just don't get it, don't have the right questions, don't understand your questions. And you then have to talk to God. Like, you have to talk to God to stay sane. Right? But the level of your talking to God is like insanity to other people. It's like, girl, can you just get up off your prayer mat and go do something? So that's kind of what my life has been, right? It has been a lot of prayer, a lot of talking to God. And my prayer life is everything. It's walking barefoot on the grass, outside, on the concrete, throughout the neighborhood. It's singing, it's crying, it's writing, journaling. I have been journaling in Yoruba. It has been the best medicine. I came up with this thing, cultural medicine, the other night, Spirit gave me. Immersive medicine is the theme of Norfest if we have one in November. What are you talking about? Some people don't have manners in the comments. Nobody raised somebody in the comments, but it's okay. So we were talking about prayer and intimacy with the divine and intention. So in order for you to love yourself and love your neighbor like fully, there is an experience of knowing yourself, of knowing the divine in you, of seeing the divine in you and recognizing that you are God, that you are a reflection of God. And it is the most simple truth that is so hard for most of us to embody. It is so foreign to us in this Western paradigm, most especially. Thank you for showing love in the comments. Thank you for all the love. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the subscriptions. I welcome you. I welcome you. Let me just call my people in. Hallelujah. Praise the Most High, the divine infinity. Thank you. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the grid. Thank you for the activation. Thank you for the energy pulling my right people to me right now. Thank you, Most High. Adupe, Mudupe, Ekapo, Oki, Arami, Ebemi, Ekapo. Welcome to my people. I welcome you. So, you know the light within, you activate it, you energize it, you infuse it with energy, with intention, with attention, with hope, with prayer, with, source song, whatever, that your ability to feel. Can you just place your hand on your heart for me? Just your ability to just feel. Just feel your heart. Okay, can you feel your heart? Just rest. Focus ballet. Ballet. Relax. Just let it go. Just shake it off. You are God. We are God together as the light, as the joy, as the rest, as the peace, as the hope, as the elevation. Together we are the divine. We are God. And the collective that we all look towards that source of one that is infinite. That is who we worship. That's what's coming down. That's who we give our attention to. That's who we give our intention to. That's who we give our expectation to, is the divine, infinite source, creator of all, the lover of all, the glue that holds us all together, that keeps us safe and in peace. I thank God for protection. Thank God for safety. We don't take our safety for granted. We don't take the breath in our lungs for granted. We know that each breath is a gift from the divine, because otherwise it would be time's up. We're still here. We have a reason to be here. God has a purpose for us here right now. So what are we supposed to be doing? What is the divine creator of all inviting us to experience in this realm? What is the invitation? What is the intention? What is the expectation? How do we attract that effortlessly? How do we call it in? I want you to just activate that intention right now. As you place your hand on your heart, I want you to feel that your heart is connected to the grid. I want you to see the grid radiating out from your heart, connecting everything. Just see the grid in your immediate vicinity right here. Just activate it. It's activated when it's colored. It's light. It's lighting up. Look at the grid. You can see the faces in the grid. The most missed. Who do you miss the most? Hold them in your heart. Yeah, me. Look at them. Hold them in your heart. Feel that love. Release all tension. Feel them there with you, holding you up, strengthening you, giving you the love you desire, you deserve, you expect, the sweetness, the kindness, the generosity, the softness, the strength, the joy, the laughter, the warmth, the goodness. Who is in that imaginary, who is in that image of goodness that you see, that you feel when we call that in? I'm sorry about my audio. I know it's probably not the easiest to hear me. I have a mic in my cart, so we're gonna get that done very soon. If you are benefiting from this space, you are a part of why it exists, right? I come on here and I'm like, okay, there's actually people who want to hear this stuff. Wonderful. I'll do it again. You know, it's just like one by one by one, right? So I thank you for being part of the conversation. I thank you for being the energy and the fuel that gives me a little bit of like, let's go get it. Let's go get pretty and make a message and give a message. And so yeah, I really want to do more of this, and I have a number of curriculums that I've developed and I'm continuing to develop. I'm really excited about the Yoruba futurist curriculums. It's a whole body of work, bro. It's a lot. I'm working with the Black speculative arts movement, that community of scholars and thinkers and artists and practitioners. Working with them to develop a Black Futurist library. If that's something that you'd like to support, let's talk. If you would like access to the Black Futurist library for your institution, for your organization, let's talk. For your community, for your family. These are the knowledge systems that set us up, that secure us, is what you know that you can use, that you can apply to your strategy, that you can apply to your intention and your expectation. It is the information that you receive that plants the seeds of what you expect and what you will become and who you can be. So when you filter that information through the divine source, the source of all that is, the source that wants you to succeed and be who you are designed to be, you start to see the map more clearly, more easily all the time. Following me? What is the thing I'm talking about? Hi, darlings. Hi, darlings. Welcome. What am I talking about? So I'm talking about the grid, the network of intimacy. This is the best way I can kind of sum it all up, right? When we meditate, we activate the grid, right? If you think about technology and spirituality as being intersected and the same thing, then you recognize the grid, right? And how all things are connected and how they can be activated. And your grid may look different from the way my grid looks in my imagination, but you recognize the connections that are important for your survival and your thriving, right? You recognize your opportunity to activate those relationships and those networks in ways that are generative, that produce fruit, that produce joy, that produce energy, right? So when you have that and you're able to package that and take that as a pill and have that type of energy come back into your life all the time, the way it revitalizes you and the way that it nourishes and flourishes in your life, it is priceless. You can't put a price on that. And that's what we're all seeking, right? The fountain of youth, legacy, to be memorable, to be somebody, to be recognized, seen, valued in our communities and our families. Isn't that what we're all working towards? I hope I'm making sense, because I tell you, so much editing to do. If you want to help out by editing, get at your girl, because I could use support with that. In exchange, I offer coaching, partnership, storytelling. What do you need? What are you building? Who do you want to be? What's your dream? What's your North Star? Who's getting you there? Who's like pushing you across the finish line by any means necessary? Who that person is? Because if it ain't me, I'm sorry that I kept you waiting. But book a call. team@noirlabs.org. You can text. I'm going to take these numbers, these videos down that have the number. I'm going to edit it out. I'm giving y'all the phone number because you're watching early. 347-866-1645 if you want to talk about your business, your goals. Send me a text, okay? It's not the iPhone, so it's going to be a green bubble, and I hate it, but I have another device that I'm going to be using soon. So if you need coaching, if you need partnership, if you need support to build what you're building, if you need insight, wisdom, clarity, vision, a little strength, a little music, I have the coaching package for you. I have the community for you. So let's get it done, okay? Your grid is gritty. I love it. I love it. I love it. Hey, welcome. Yeah, so today I wanted to talk about intimacy. Okay, I'm looking at the time and I'm thinking about, do I have an outline? So I keep coming back to Du Bois and Fanon, right? It's all connected to the grid, the double consciousness, the imagination, how we see ourselves, what we see as possible for ourselves, the pattern in Octavia Butler's work. These visions are technology. These images are technology that we activate, that generate energy, that generate possibility, that generate power. Every image is worth, what did they say, 1,000 words? So much more than that. Image is your activation. We are activating the nervous system, the subconscious, the spirit, the soul, the body. Sound, message, vision, intention, imagery, possibility, imagination. Imagining and dreaming is essential in this time. It is not a luxury. And so we have the work of dreaming. So I encourage you, whether it's here with me or on your own time, if you're driving, is probably, you could do the somatic prayer. You can intend that you are in that same position and you're in a different timeline, but you're paying close attention to what's in front of you. But you're washing the dishes, you're walking, you're listening to music. Just imagine that your body is experiencing the sensations of the timeline that you want to be on right now. Let's do it right now, just as a quick exercise. Just relax a little bit again, get some clarity. Did you feel it? Did you experience it? Your body on the very timeline that you want to be on right now. Okay, so I'm going to read to you my notes for today, and then we're going to, wrap it up. Okay? Welcome to everybody who's joining. I love you guys. Appreciate your love. Appreciate your support, your presence. Okay. So we've been talking about identity and identity infrastructure, the family tree. Okay? Cultural psychosis is what most colonized people are suffering under. It is a reason why it is hard to get liberated. It's hard to get unoppressed because the oppression is addictive because it's been programmed into our subconscious, our being, the music, the messaging, the sound. There's just a lot of violence. We have to elevate our vibration intentionally, effectively, consistently, successfully. You gotta elevate your vibration, and it has to be an activity and an exercise and a responsibility all the time. It's your job to activate your higher vibration in your body at any time that you can, because wherever you're located on the grid, if you know that you're one of the light workers, you got to get to work. That is your job. You got to get to work. You got to light up the grid. So how do you light up the grid? You make your music. You let your sound out. You make your voice out. If you need to make a YouTube, get on YouTube. If you need to dance, you need to walk outside. You need to shake it off. You need to get intimate with some people. Light it up. If you need to light it up. If you need to travel, whatever it is that you need to do to just get the energy out. What do you need to say? Who do you need to become? What is the message? What is the intention? What is the vision? What is the imagery? What are the scents? What does it smell like to be your dream self? What is in the environment? All right? Let's do that exercise as often as we can. So the idea of identity infrastructure, we have to come back to our godness. You have to come back to your godness. You got to see yourself as God. The divine is in you. Every messenger came to tell you the same thing, that you are God. Can you access it? Are you responsible to take advantage of that divinity in you? Are you responsible to take ownership of it and do with it what you are called to do? Or are you going to be afraid of it forever? I'm preaching to myself. So if somebody else is getting preached to, maybe raise your hand. But I'm basically preaching to myself right now. Okay. So, every section must explain how empire broke intimacy. Like intimacy, I think of mother carrying her baby. The intimacy of that. Shout out if you're a mom or a father, your parent. Imagine when you carried your baby for the first time, and you were just like, oh my God, I made a baby. I made a whole human being. How is this possible? Like, what is this science? I can reproduce like this? This is crazy. I can make a person and have the responsibility to hold this person and keep them alive. It is the most terrifying, most nourishing, most beautiful thing you could ever experience. And so when you have that experience of giving life, of that level of intimacy, it becomes more tangible, more possible what the divine could feel for you. Right? Because you've never loved anyone or anything so much, and it's scary. It's almost hard to like fully accept it because it's like, this makes me so vulnerable. This is terrifying, right? But you cannot help but obsess over this child of yours, this human that you have helped create, right? And that is the divine's relationship to us, according to so many other texts. I think of the Marys, the Black Madonna, the unconditional affectionate love. That needs to be the default in our communities. I don't understand why we're letting anything else be existing. Just stop with all the other stuff. This is how you're going to know the NPCs from the soul gods, the humans, the humanoids, the free people. It's kindness, it's love, it's patience, it's rest, it's generosity, it's expectation. I'm just grateful that the vibes on my page are, usually pretty great, and y'all will get on people if they act a fool. So thank you for that. It means a lot. It means a lot because we maintain the vibration. We decide what it is. So when you are able to see the God in you, activate that God, that divinity, that intimacy, that closeness, that safety, that love. It flips everything around in terms of how you think about yourself, how you talk to yourself, what you expect from yourself, what you think is possible for you, what you hope for, what you move towards. All of these things are your choice. So it's the discipline of choosing the spiritual militancy for the spiritual intimacy, for the community. I'm going to say a few prayers if you don't mind. Our Father, our Mother, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom and the glory and the power forever and ever. Ashe. My Creator, Most High, Divine Infinity, Owner of the universe, infinite artist, lover of my soul, best friend to my spirit, I praise you for your magnificent beauty. I praise you for your mercy over my life. I praise you for your mercy over my life. I receive supernatural benefits from infinite sources. I receive surprise blessings from infinite sources. I receive tangible evidence of notable miracles fueling my success today. I turn my blessings into blessings for my community. I thank you that all the elements work in my favor. Every breath in the universe contributes to my divine evolution and upliftment. I thank you because this moment and every moment I have cause to celebrate that your riches are infinite. Within me, your riches are infinite. All around me, your riches are infinite. For you, the owner of all hearts, all minds, all breath, all power, all glory and honor belong only to you. silver and gold belong only to you. All platinum and diamonds belong only to you. All land belongs to you, for you are the one true currency. I inherit your kingdom with gratitude. You select me worthy to be accounted with your riches for all whom I encounter. As your infinite benefits flow into me, overflowing in my life, I share my love, my heart, my joy, my peace, my abundance with all whom I encounter. For all my needs are met, and my desires spontaneously fulfilled. In Yeshua's mighty name. Asha. Okay, friends, I have jumped around a bit. Intimacy, divinity, loving yourself helps you to love God. Loving God helps you to love yourself. Loving yourself, loving God through yourself helps you to love everybody around you. See yourself as the divinity. Look at yourself. Listen to your heartbeat. Recognize that that is the sound of the original creation. Sound is the first creation. Because as we're told, the infinity existed into eternity. But then there was water and then there was sound. So was water a creation or was water just the origin? Depends on what you read, right? Okay, so I wanted to connect, what is the title? We talked about intimacy with self, the divine, and community. So another prayer that I wanted to share, I gotta probably pull it up. There's one that is coming to mind, and then there's another that is a bit more general. We'll pull it up in a bit. But yeah, community starts in the family, right? Community starts in the family. Community starts in our relationships with our siblings, our parents, our cousins, our aunties, our uncles, our neighbors. Community starts in the family. And so do we feel a sense of community within the family, or do we feel a sense of tension, discomfort, unease? Because oftentimes our outside community will reflect our inside community, right? And that's the immediate family, right? You are the number one member of your family. You're the most important member of your family. Let me see if I can find the prayer. And so I'm doing my best to float between the micro and the macro, the spiritual and the scientific, but ultimately, you recognize that you are God. That makes it possible for you to intend what you desire. Makes it possible for you to intend, like consciously intend what you desire, because now you have decided that you are God. You can make whatever is the highest good materialize. You can make it manifest just by intending it, just by speaking it, just by hoping it, by expecting it. You know that that is your identity. Now it just becomes a question of activating that power. So are you activating it effortlessly? Or do you need a bit of coaching to get to that altar, to get to that prayer book, to get to that journal, to get to that outside walk with your bare feet? What are you delaying? How much of this work do you need to do? How much resting do you need to do? How much prayer do you need to do? 21 Days to Liberated Habits is one of the offerings on our Gumroad. Highly recommend. norpress.gumroad.com. This is now July, so we have space for another cohort in August, going into September. Yeah, I'll be sharing more about that. I think a lot of y'all might be interested in 21 Days of Liberated Habits and Liberation Challenge. But what we do here on these lives, the breath work, is the key fundamental skill that we're talking about for the new world. You got to be able to breathe. You got to be able to regulate yourself. You got to maintain control of your energetic field. And it's a science, it's a skill. We got to cultivate it, but practice makes progress, right? Shout out to Uzumaki Prosperity. Practice makes progress. So you choose the intention. You love yourself enough to decide that you are worthy of materializing your deepest intention. You sit with that deepest intention, that great intention, expectation, that possibility. You experience that possibility within you as often as you can, and you feel it on your skin. You feel the sensations, you smell that experience, you taste it, you hear it, right? That is your job. Do that 5 times a day. How often do Muslims pray? Do it 5 times, do it 7 times, maybe up on the Muslims. Shout out to the Muslims, Assalamu alaikum. Allahu Akbar, right? So that is for the light workers. That is your job, is to just attract the light and bring more people to it and do the work of maintaining your light, right? Everybody else is to pay attention to the light workers and listen to what we tell you and do it. Prioritize it. Pay attention. God is everything. Okay, I said I was going to shout out all our guests. Did I freeze? I said I was going to shout out our guests. Okay, shout out to Craig. Shout out to Blocks Storm. Shout out to Nadira. You are so sweet. Shout out to Yasin Frimpong from India. Shout out. Wow. Alessandra, y'all came through tonight. Shout out to Mike. Oh, y'all are so sweet. It's a lot of new people. Shout out to Red Butter, Ty Bringhurst. Love y'all. Witch of the Bog. Thank you for all the love. It's great to see you guys. Yeah, so I want to say a prayer for you. I think I've gotten the point across to some extent. We have to be intimate with ourselves. We study ourselves. We pay attention to how we feel. We pay attention to what we desire. And we give more energy to that than the other stuff. And we prioritize that. And even in the midst of the chaos, even in the midst of like everything pointing in the other direction, we get to choose to feel the sensation, the experience of the desirable. You know, the North Star, the end game, right? It is through that process that we attract what we desire to us. And this is just what we keep repeating, but I keep wanting to connect it to the family, because you heal what is around you. The more you light up, the more you heal those around you, right? So you're magnetizing, new people that you may not know, but you're also magnetizing more light for the people around you, so that they are elevating, they are looking at you and reflecting the light that you are radiating onto them. So we just maintain the light and we support each other, right? We strengthen each other. We look out for each other, and yeah, we just become more secure in all of the work that is being done. Okay. So I'm searching for the prayer. Yeah. There's a lot of community prayers in here, so I think I found my favorite prayer for community. Connection, oh God, cultivate in me the freedom to trust and to be seen. Allow me to rest in your company, in the presence of others. You're communing with me. The spirit and the sisters and brothers that you brought to me, who begin to uncover my deepest beliefs as I offload to another what's held so deeply. You give us the cover for intimacy, deepening friendships emotionally, turn strangers to family, sustain love safely, connecting to building, we thrive securely, enjoy health and wisdom with security, family to neighbors to community, from our hearts of love, redefine society. I feel the divine. I am the divine. I receive the blessings of the divine. which means I receive love, which means I receive growth, which means I receive abundance, I receive success, I receive affection, I receive kindness, I receive sweetness, I receive softness, I receive patience, I receive grace. I receive rest, I receive power, I receive beauty, I receive joy, I receive celebration, I receive intimacy. Okay? So, the intimacy that we cultivate with ourselves just by paying attention empowers us to have more intimacy with the divine and thus with others. And one of the key things that I want to say, like I've taught my daughter, is when I think about how to define the divine, right? To not get into these boxes of religion, but to really define the experience of being embodied by God, feeling God, knowing God in your physical existence, and knowing that that is directly connected to the ethereal, the non-physical, right? The experience of knowing God embodied. When you have that, you are led by that. You are free from all the boxes, right? And so when you're trying to explain what God is, there is evidence of God, there's evidence of life, there's evidence of light in all these different traditions, and we are accessing it from a very intuitive place. We know these truths, they are self-evident in our experience, physically, cosmically, energetically. I hope I'm making sense, because I'm kind of cutting myself off a little bit. I think I've covered the majority. I think I'm going to keep coming back to the same thing. Obviously, there's a lot to talk about on this topic, and I will just keep downloading as much as I can, try to keep these recordings as manageable as possible. Yeah, thinking about Yoruba futurism. I want to talk to you if you're an Afrofuturist, if you're hosting a writing group, want to co-host a writing group, if you want to start a reading group or be part of reading groups around Afrofuturist literature, Black liberation theology, Black liberation literature, security, security systems, community organizing, security systems, story, intention, spirit, language, if you want to master an African language. All these things are part of the ecosystem, and I would love to support you, your organization, your community, your department, your university, and cultivating more of this, high quality African futurism, Afrofuturist programming across the board. Okay. I feel like I'm forgetting one thing. They are forcing this FIFA down our throats. I'm good. I'm not interested. Okay. So I'm just looking at the last checklist to see what I wanted to touch on. If it was covered. Shout out to Shola Anderson. Your music is getting me through. It's giving me so much life. Thank you for allowing your music to be featured on our show. Please. Okay, this section talks about integration, the three intimacies. Intimacy with self, intimacy with the divine, intimacy with community. So intimacy with self asks, what am I actually feeling? Which parts of me are inherited, chosen, adapted, or imposed? What is my ori, my inward orientation, my heart, my soul, my spirit call me towards? What makes me feel more integrated rather than fragmented? Intimacy with the divine asks, What do I encounter as sacred, as spirit, as truth? What voice or presence leads me toward love, freedom, intimacy, community, responsibility, strength, power, joy, celebration? What are the fruits of this goodness in my life? What are the fruits of my beliefs? Can my theology survive honest experience? Intimacy with community asks, whose stories made my life possible? What do I owe the generations before and after me? Can I recognize another person without turning them into a threat, tool, or audience? Who becomes safer, freer, or more whole because I exist? Let's repeat that. Who becomes safer, freer, or more whole because I exist? Shout out to Niger diasporans, Niger millennials. Shout out to Nigerian firstborn daughters. I love you. Here's a hug from me to you. I know. Let's do a little butterfly hug. Just hold up your resource. Hold up your resource in your mind. Oh, experience the feeling of that resource and what it is like to be connected with them, right? Shout out to the Nigerian firstborn daughters. I love you. You got this. You are kind. You are beautiful. You are wonderful. You are special. You are desired. You are desirable. You are wanted. You are needed. You are cherished. You are supported. You are expected to be joyful, to be great. You are expected to receive that which is yours. Whatever you desire comes to you. Ashe? Ashe. Okay. Yeah, I think that's a good place to land. Cultural psychosis, Black Sacred Futurity. Just want to give you a quick rundown again of just, I am an Afrofuturist scholar that is working independently ultimately while running Noir Labs. I'm a member of the Black Speculative Arts community, and I have always been a practitioner as a futurist, right? I have always made things that I saw as tools and structures to help get us into a new liberated world as Black people, connected and unified, right? And so all of that essence about putting us against each other, I don't deal with it. Just you stay over there, because this space is for Black people who want to stick together as the indigenous people of the planet, period. Okay, so by the time I come back to this, ultimately it all comes back to healing us from the psychosis that has separated us from ourselves, from our identities, from our histories, from our families, right? All of this wrath and tension and struggle that we have within our bloodlines, it is a curse has got to go, period. We're supposed to stick together. We're supposed to see our shared histories and our shared futures much more clearly than we currently do. And we're meant to work more collectively than we have historically. And not to put down, so many of us do very well to support each other and to, strengthen each other and to engage even our economics with each other to make sure that we transfer wealth into the next generation. So shout out to you if you're focused on that. What I'm asking for is a greater scale effort in this, especially in the Nigerian diaspora, and particularly across sectors, right? Across generations. There's a lot of opportunities to work together to really create like seismic change, right? So if you want to bring me to speak to your school, your class, your organization, whatever, hit me up, team, TEAM at Noir Labs, NOIRLABS, team at noirlabs.org to get a consultation or speaking engagement, whatever. But I will be sharing soon, I'm gathering this, the Black Speculative Arts calendar. There are definitely a lot of things coming up. So shout out to Dr. Anderson, Prof. Anderson, who is going to be speaking at Oxford the end of this month. I believe the 26th to the 28th is the conference. He's going to Scotland, Germany, and I think his Instagram is Warrior Scholar. Dr. Reynaldo Anderson, go find his page. Go to whatever event. If you can hear that man speak, go do it. I'm telling you, go and do it. If you can get to Oxford, if you're in London and you want to host something, let's talk because there might still be time to do that. Um, yeah, we have to get real serious about our structure, our design, our execution. So this is what this family tree identity, soul knowledge, soul self, community connection, this work is all about. You know, we got to heal ourselves inside so that we have an easier time being intimate with each other and emotionally, and taking care of each other and looking out for each other, and transitioning from fear and the virus of division to love and harmony and unity and consistency in that. You got that? Does that work? I hope it makes sense. I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to know where you're watching from. If you have a prayer request, I'm just praying for all of y'all that God just answer your prayer. Just God unlocks your heart. God opens the light within you, expands the light within you, strengthens, powers the light within you, and radiates that light powerfully through you, through your being, through your body, through your home, through your space, through your community. That you would just be the light that radiates healing throughout your environment in Yeshua's mighty name, and that you would attract for you from that more healing, more light, more love, more joy, more peace, more strength, more thriving. Asha, Asha, may all your dreams come true. May the divine's greatest wishes and greatest vision for you be manifest for true. Okay? Èyí kéré fún ọ láti ṣe. A kún fún ọlá. Èyí kéré fún ọ láti ṣe. Gbàgede mi, a kún fún mi. Ooh, all right, so much to sing. All right, I'll talk soon.